Hi everybody, Leslie from Discovery Fabrics. Today we're going to talk about sun protection, and we're doing this for a reason because our friend Tim over at LearnMYOG, or Learn Make Your Own Gear, has been making some really cool patterns in the past year or so, and his latest that's just being released is a sun hoodie. And we were one of the testers. We really like the pattern, and so we want to talk about the pattern itself, which is right here, as well as our fabric selection for it and why. And we're going to talk about a couple of other choices that you could use if you want to get really high sun protection. So first of all, Tim's sun protective hoodie. Now we liked the design. It's got a really nice fitting snug hood, open at the neck, which I assume is for ventilation because you're going to be wearing this on sunny and sometimes very hot days. And it is nice and roomy, so it's a unisex garment. Now I just sort of guessed at size. We did make a size 36. I didn't know if it's going to fit or not, and it is long in the arms for me because as a woman I have shorter arms, which is pretty standard, although there's obviously lots of women out there with longer arms as well. So I'll just put it on and show you the fit. So I like it because it comes down and gives you coverage on your low back. And actually I'm going to put the hood up too, just so you can see. But it does fit kind of snug. Now I have a long neck, longer than most. So if I'm making jackets for myself, I will often have to increase the length of the neck on it. So it is probably a knee, it might even be pulling a bit there, but that would not be typical because I do have kind of a giraffe neck. So really nice fitting. Now you'll notice that it has an underarm panel, and it does also have a side panel, which you can't really see very well because we've used the same print here. But I'm going to talk about the fabric now that I've chosen. So this is a fabric that's pretty new to us and really, really cool because it has graphite in it. So this fabric is called Graphene Jersey. And graphite is an amazing fabric that's very thermoregulating. So it will actually release excess heat if you are hot and retain heat if the temperatures are very cold. So I've used Graphene Jersey, which is beautifully soft for the body. And I have used a fabric under the arms that is sweat activated to cool. So this fabric here is Polartec Delta. Now Delta is a wicking fabric, but it wicks from the inside where it is synthetic, and then it has a layer on the outside that's natural cellulose fiber. I believe it's lyocell, and so it will retain the moisture for a longer time on the outside of the fabric, and then it releases it slowly and creates a cooling effect. Now this particular Delta style that I used is not as high UPF as some of the other styles, but I used it under the arm and I didn't think it mattered. And I could have also used it on the side here, even though we do want sun protection here. But I'm going to explain to you a little bit about UPF rating so you understand what the difference is between, say, 50 plus UPF or 30 plus UPF or 15. So according to the Cleveland Clinic, 30 UPF, which many fabrics have, allow 3% of damaging UV rays to enter the garment or get to your skin. So that means that there is 97% protection from harmful rays, even if it's only a 30 UPF. So it doesn't mean it protects you 30%, it actually protects you pretty close to 100%. So a 50 plus UPF is a fabric that lets in less than 2% of harmful rays. So it's going to protect you from 98 or more % of those harmful rays. So this fabric, this Delta, actually was a 30. So I could have easily used it down the side. I could have used it for the whole garment, and you still would have gotten really substantial sun protection. Anything under 15 UPF is basically not very good for sun protection. And I think a typical cotton shirt would be about 5 UPF. So that's, it gives you some protection. But just because you don't get a burn does not mean that your skin isn't receiving damage from the UV rays. So I'm going to talk about a couple of more fabrics that we would recommend for high sun protection. I happen to be wearing one of them, but it's also the same as some of these. So this is called Sunlight Jersey, and it has minimum 50 UPF, so it's highly sun protective, and it's very, very lightweight. It feels, to me, it feels like the Graphene jersey. It's very kind of slippery, soft, really nice against the skin, very easy to sew, as is the Graphene jersey. It doesn't like slide all over the place. And so here's some examples of Sunlight jersey. Now we actually have this fabric printed, custom printed, so we choose the prints, and you know what you see here today may be gone next month, and we'll be getting different prints. So we have this cute citrus cycle and just a tie-dye print, the starfish. This is sort of a heather aqua. We have this in a couple of different other heather colors. The sloths, the color splash. And the reason I'm showing you this is because here's just an example of color splash in Sunlight jersey, but the fabric beside it is Polartec Delta. And this style, don't know what this style is, I gotta look at it, is style 6420. So this is 50 UPF, and so is this. So these two are both the highest sun protection rating that you can get. So that Polartec Delta 6420 style. And I also have, I brought the pink just because I think that looks really cool with that. And the pink is Polartec Delta in Bossy Pink style 6087. Now the reason I brought this is because, again, this is a 30 UPF. So even though this is 30 and this is 50, really the sun protective factor between the two of these is negligible. They're both excellent sun protective fabrics. I also have this olive Sunlight jersey, which is the same as these styles here, Sunlight. And then I wanted to mention another fabric that we carry that's excellent for sun protection, but you have to check style by style, and that is Polartec Power Dry. Polartec Power Dry comes in so many styles, and we get everything from super lightweight ones that are highly antimicrobial to 50 plus sun protection, to other ones that have 30 UPF and other ones that have less than that. So on our website, discoveryfabrics.com, when you go to, for example, the Power Dry lightweight section, you'll see a tab that says specs and features, and you can look at the sun protective rating, the stretch, the weight of each one of the fabrics that we carry in that category. So now you know a little bit about our sun protective knits. We also carry some sun protective woven fabrics, and one of those is called Sun Pro, and it's in our stretch woven. Very nice if you want to make like one of those lightweight woven shirts, like a travel shirt type thing. But I did want to mostly feature the knits today because we are talking about Tim's MYOG or LearnMYOG Sun shirt. Highly recommend this pattern. It was an easy sew. And the only thing that we didn't do here that Tim does have instruction for is we didn't bind the inside collar. And you can definitely bind it in the fashion that he says so. We didn't do it just because the girls that sew at Discovery Fabrics sew so much that sometimes they just don't follow the directions. They just grab the pieces and put them together, and you know, they're used to making garments all the time. But that is a really nice feature to have that back seam covered. So that's my little spiel about MYOG Sun shirt and about some of the sun protective knits that we offer at Discovery Fabrics. Thank you for watching.